important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.
Let's go to the next one there, and I think we're almost, I know Robin keeps giving me the, yeah, I mean.
Maybe if you have a couple more minutes to wrap up,
okay.
Then maybe we could take about 10 minutes of any burning questions that people have.
Okay.
I'm happy to stay here till around 10 o'clock so people can look around and stuff, but for those people that maybe need to leave to get up early, maybe a couple minutes to wrap up and about 10 minutes of burning questions, and then we'll be here for a little bit after that. So.
Yeah, this is me doing a scorpion. I could never do any of this stuff before. Okay? And this is at the Big Island of Hawaii. I love that place because it's actually really super. If you want to go and regenerate in a place, you go to a place that's got super energy, clean air, clean water, and doesn't have all this electromagnetic stress on our bodies. The electrical magnetics is a huge, huge, huge problem. You can't feel it, you can't smell it, you can't see it. That's why it's a problem. Okay? It's everywhere. That's why I like to tell everybody, guys, spread this. This is very simple. Take your house and fix it. Get your bed against that wall. The computer needs to get fixed. Most people are sitting in front of computers hours on the day, irradiating themselves. And if you're a woman, you're wearing metal stays if you're wearing a bra. And what do you think ionization radiation is? It's ionizing radiation which accumulates to metal. You wear jewelry, you wear all these different types of things that are metal, don't wear them. They're just attracting ionizing radiation, bringing it to you. It says, come to me. That's what it does. So it's not good. Exercise is super important. One of the things I can tell you about exercise, which will really, really super, super help you, is you do the coconut oil pulling, put it in your mouth with half a spoon of the sodium bicarbonate, aluminum free. I put about a half a teaspoon or so. You can work up to a teaspoon if you want to, but it's pretty strong. I put a big teaspoon of coconut oil, the centrifuge, in the mouth. You clean your mouth out first with hydrogen peroxide, scrape your tongue. Make sure you get a tongue scraper too, because your tongue is full of lead. Full. Everybody's is. It's the first place it gets poisoned. It's the first thing you put in your mouth. And then what I do is I go and do exercise, but I don't breathe through my mouth. This is not correct. You want to get your brain and your heart and your lungs to work in a triality motion. This is one of the most important things. If you just learned a few things here, this is number one. This is exercise. This trains and entrains your system inside to work together. So if you can train your mind, and it's not one, it's two, multiple minds, let's just say, your heart and your lungs. And you're going to keep your mouth shut, and you're going to go and exercise and breathe through your nose. Pull all the hairs out of your nose so you can breathe, because otherwise you can't. I've been doing this for a while. This morning I went on a 9-mile bike ride. I did this morning. And I go up on my mountain bike up a hill. And you train. Remember, your mind has to stay and train with your lungs and your heart. And if you spit the coconut oil out, like I have many times, it's because you feel like you're going to suffocate, because you need to break. There's a sine wave. Once you get the mind, the heart, and the lungs, there's different waves that actually all work together instead of clash and hit each other. And if they hit each other, it feels like you can't take a breath. And you spit it out, and you're just trying to gasp for air. But you could have breathed through your nose the whole time, but it doesn't work that way. The left and right side of the nostril is an electrical magnetic machine. This is a positive, this is a negative, this is a negative, positive, doesn't matter. They're two different energies. And it goes in and it spirals in your brain, and it tunes yourself to be able to actually become more conscious. This is very hard to do in the beginning. But once you learn how to do this, I it took me about maybe 20 times to learn how to be able to keep my mouth closed. And the only way you can, because you're going to cheat if you don't do the coconut oil and the sodium bicarbonate, because what you're trying to do anyways is to clean your parotid glands, because if you don't chew your food and just swallow the saliva, you're not signaturizing your food, so you can't break it down anyways half the time. Your parotid glands usually are stuffed and plugged, so the coconut oil pulling, and Robin's got these couple of good books here. Every time I see you, what do? I say, man, give me your best. I don't know. I know nothing. I say, show me, because you look at all this stuff. And what do? Do I buy every time?
Every time.
Every time.
Send more DVDs each time.
Every time. All right? So let's go to the next one real quicker. I think we're good. pH chart. 7 is neutral. It's green. Red is acid. And alkaline is blue, indigo, or violet. Remember, you want to become alkaline, and once you do, then you become totally oxygenated. You want to get oxygenated? You change your blood pH. How do you change your blood pH? You hydrate yourself, first of all. Without hydration, you can't get oxygen. So, number 1, clean the mouth up, open the skin up. We have a couple of good lectures that I have on cleaning the skin up. I use fulvic, magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfates, and use a couple different gua sha blades, and you just start working on yourself. I don't suggest other people doing gua sha on you, because you need to bruise yourself. Oh, and you will get bruised. You can get a professional person to do it to you once. I mean, I've done people from head to toe, and if they called the police the next day, I would have went to jail, because it looks like they're bruised from head to toe, because they're all little crystals. Remember you did my face that one time? First time you did gua sha, Cassar, you gonna be... Oh yeah, no, and it breaks all the scleroderma. Sclero means it's calcification under your skin. And so each pore, if it's plugged, it's plugged. And what this stuff does is it breaks everything apart. And you have to soften it up though first. You can't just go in there and sit there and think you're gonna go break cement up. Cement needs a solvent. Let's go to the next one there. We're almost done here. Why eat superfoods? We've been going about this because basically it's the reasonable and logical way to get healthy is to stop our daily doses of demineralized, processed, dead, or cooked foods and replacing them with organic, highly mineralized, non-GMO, raw and live superfoods. Simply by not eating or drinking chemicals, synthetics, plasticizers like bisphenol A, heavy metals, mycotoxins, microbes, yeast, mold, and fungus commonly found in most dead processed food. They live there because they live in death. Death begets death. Life begets death. You eat life, you become life. You eat death, and you get a bunch of creatures that actually have to process this junk. Stopping this daily poisoning is one of the main contributors to regaining back our health, wealth, happiness. And then once you're healthy, wealthy, happy, and wise, like I said, then you can start working on consciousness. Until that time, it's all a bunch of, again, poppycock. Your body's a temple, and once the temple gets cleaned, then the only thing you can do is actually see the insanity of the world and want to help the whole system out, because no one wants to be a parasite. Once you get rid of your parasites, you can't be one anymore, internally or externally, with people, with relationships. It doesn't make sense. Once you have these parasites inside you, it's a problem, because they rule the roost and they do what they do, and you follow the rule. Well, the next one there. We're almost done here. Same thing, this is what I tell people to do. Do you want to do the Alkaline Lifestyle Challenge for Transformation? This is simple, basic. What happens to you in 6 months? It's a clinical study. This is illegal to do. You have to be a big pharmaceutical system here to be able to do a clinical study. But this clinical study is going to be smart, because you're just going to stop poisoning yourself. You're not going to take this drug or this chemical. That's another side. You're going to stop, and if you're on medication, you're on your own. You want to take it off, whatever it is, you better consult some other people, whatever you want to do. I don't want to go ahead and tell you what to do, because remember, then I'm sharing with you what they want me. I've been warned before. Cassar, you want to go to jail? Okay? You're on a thin line. Okay? So I'm only here because a lot of times I'm frustrated, really, because this is so simple. And since it's so simple, all we have to do is sort of organize a lot, because people say, what are the solutions? The solutions are to realize the truth with your real eyes and quit realizing this other side of the fence, which is just an illusion. We've all been taught a lot of things. And most of the things now we have to do is unteach ourselves And B, you have to, in order to do the Alkaline Lifestyle Challenge, you have to have a companion. You can't do it yourself. You find somebody equal to who you are. Man, woman, doesn't matter, you could do it. You try to stay 2 people within the same level. Al does, you know, you guys should all, I know there's a couple people here that do the personal training and different things, and everybody's in different areas, but this is very valid for people to learn, just to get you going, get you on the system. And actually, if these people help you, part of the system is to get a little guidance. And once you get the guidance, then what happens is you start guiding. It's just what it is. Okay, next one there. And we've already done that one. Keep on going. And we've talked about this too here. And a lot of this stuff is just because we've already reintegrated. Let's go to the next one there. And we're good. Yeah, that's all of them for at least now. So what we did was we just sort of sped through this actual lecture is about 5 hours, because there's a lot of supporting things that goes along with it. I usually have about 20 videos. We spend 2 minutes and watch smoking fillings so you can get the dentistry. Let me show you what a filling looks like that smokes, just by touching it, by heating it, by brushing it. Look at the smoke and people go, oh my God, I need to get that stuff out of my mouth. Let's show you what a live tapeworm looks like inside your gut by a colonoscopy, by looking in with a with a scope. Okay? Remember when you feel all these weird things? It's just what it is. It's learning what, why, where, and how. And once you sort of feel comfortable about the bigger picture, I would suggest everybody here read the book called Parasite Rex. Do you have that one, Robin?
No.
It's a good one. Get it. Huh? Do you have that one?
I've read average of it.
Okay, I tell a lot of people to get that. The only reason is because you need to see the genius behind these things you call microbes. And if you think they're stupid, don't think twice. These are terrain modulators. These are an alien species. They are not what you would call real to this machine. They only can live in. So let's say you have a set of microbes and you just start killing them. Okay, they're going to come right back again. What do you think? The only reason they're there is because you have a tune that lets them live. So get rid of the tune and they leave you nicely, because they'll go find another host. If not, you just started World War III and you will lose. What you have to do is go to the cancer ward. Check out those people that burned, cut, and poisoned, okay, and pissed everybody off. And that's pissed off the internal things that live inside. And if anybody feels weird about this, remember, it's not you feeling weird. It's what lives inside you. It doesn't want you to know. And as long as it knows you're not going to kill it, it's cool with you. But if you say, how do I get rid of this thing? That's not smart. It's your child. Yes?